So what we have here is AP Calc. 2003 is the year. Form B, this is question 6. It says let f be a function satisfying f prime of x equals x times the square root of f of x for all real numbers x, where f of 3 equals 25. So it gives you the derivative and an initial condition. Do we agree? And it says find f prime prime of 3. All right. First thing, if we're going to do f prime prime, is we're going to take the derivative of f prime. Do we agree?
Yes.
So if I start on my paper, I would probably want to write this. What kind of rule do we have? And I'm going to write it this way. Is this okay with everybody?
Yep.
What kind of rule do we have? Product rule and a chain. Absolutely. So I have what I would call f and g. All right. So if I take the derivative of this, all right, f prime prime of x. Derivative of x is 1. Do we agree? So I would get f of x to the half plus x times, well, bring down the half. Do you agree? F of x to the negative 1/2 times what? Times f prime of x, the derivative of the inside. Derivative of f of x is f prime of x. All right. So that would be worth 2 points right there out of 3. Okay, this derivative. Now it wants the value at 3. Okay. So
that's 2 points.
This is 2 points. All right. This stuff is 2 points. So we want to do f prime prime of 3. You guys concur that it's just I mean, if I fill in, do you guys all agree with that? Try to get that last parenthesis on the board. There we go. Well, close enough. All right. Now, we know f of 3 is 25 from the original word problem. All right. So I will put that.
5.
Yeah, I'm not going to skip that step, but I will write it here. I'm going to write this as 3/2 times 25 to the negative half times. Now, f prime of 3. I'm going to go up to this function to figure out f prime of 3. And I'm going to do that work now. Yeah. It equals 3 times the square root of 25. I agree. So I think this is 15. All right. So I'll put that 15 in. And now, do you guys agree this is just math? I mean, this is just math. If you do this out, you should get f prime prime of 3 equals 19/2. Okay? Or 9.5000 or 9.5. Point for that. So there's 3 points so far. Since it's A and B and we've done 3 points, how much does B have to be worth? 6 points. All right, so let's group this and get ready for B. All right, so for letter B, we still have the same bunch. Write an expression for y equals f of x by solving the differential equation dy dx equals x times square root of y with the initial condition f of 3 equals 25. Well, again, this comes back to you starting from this condition. And if we're going to solve this, we're going to have to, for y, we're going to have to integrate, right, through the antiderivative. Well, that means I have to have the y's on one side with the dy and the x's on the other. So I'll multiply by dx on both sides and divide by square root of y. We should see this pretty easily. Do we agree? When we make our first step. All right. Now, you don't probably have to write this step, but I'm going to bring this up. What do we do to take the antiderivative? We add 1 to the power, right, and divide by what the result is. So I think it's y to the half over half. You guys agree? Equals x squared over 2. And I'm missing one thing. What do I got to put? Plus c. Because this is an indefinite integral. Do we agree? All right. If you separate the variables, let's be clear that this is a point. Just separating the variables is a point. The antiderivative of y, right here, is a point. The antiderivative of x is a point. And guess what c is? That's another point. All right? Now, think about it. Out of a 6-point problem, these are 4 easy points. All right? Now, they don't want this. They want you to have y equals, right, f of x. And they gave you this. So we have to keep working. They give you the initial condition. So we have f of 3 equals 25, right? So same initial condition as part A. And do you guys agree this turns into 2 squared of y equals 1/2 x squared plus c? When we simplify y to the half over 1/2. And we just simplify. Now, if I bring in and plug this in, do you guys agree it's 2 times the square root of 25 equals 1/2 3 squared plus c? And if we do this, guys, we get 10 equals 9/2, right? And if we solve for c, c is going to become 11/2. All right, just got to do the math. That using that initial condition is a point. That you did this is a point. Whether or not you got the right value of c, it's not scored. All right.
Please come to the office.
If now we have to solve this for y. Do you guys agree we come back and we have this? And I'm going to go to a different color because this is going to take us a little work. And we agree we're sitting here. Let's see. I have to solve for y. So the first thing I'm going to have to do is divide by 2. Do you guys agree? If I divide everything by 2, I get this, right? Multiply everything by half, every term. Now, if I'm going to get this, I need to square both sides.
So if you wrote answers for C as a decimal.
That'd be fine. Yep, if you wrote 5.5 for C, that'd be fine. And listen, that is the answer right there, and that's point 2. Now, the one thing that the answer on the AP scoring card showed is they did this. But I would argue that either of those answers would get you credit, or if you multiply it out. I want to be clear, no matter what you did, if you didn't separate the variables. All right, the announcement's over. Let's be clear. If you did not make this separation of variables right here, you can't get any points. You're 0 for 6. If you do not separate the variables, they don't care that you put the constant plus c there later on. If you don't separate the variables, it's 0 for 6. Okay. If you don't have a constant of integration plus c, the best you can do is 3 for 6. Right? They don't care how you solve it going down. All right. Those are big rules, and this is an easy problem. As you study this, this should be one we get. All right. Again, this is 2003, number 6, free response form B, no calculator.